Thinking Gamer here. I'm somewhat disturbed that I'm referencing a CNN article. CNN actually recorded something that really can't be taken any other way. It's very interesting that this university president tells his students not only to arm themselves, but that it might have been a good thing for them to shoot the Muslims and send them back. Basically, as a way of avoiding another incident like we saw in California. Two thumbs up. And the reason I say this is because instead of safe spaces, instead of this peaceful, no guns, people need to realize that there are defective humans out there. Humans that are defective to the point where they will kill other humans. Whether it's in the name of Allah, whether it's in the name of whatever, there are defective humans that kill other people. For this reason, I completely agree with this president that students should be armed. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to have gun battles and duels like the Old West and stuff. No, there is a level of civility that needs to come. But an armed public, armed, law-abiding citizens have a better chance of stopping a crime, stopping any type of harmful activity that is in process versus waiting for the police. Specs for you guys. Does anyone out there know how a 911 call works? The way it works is first the call goes in to the public safety answer point. What's that mean? That means that the time it takes your phone to connect, the time it takes for your cell to connect to the tower, we're talking milliseconds to seconds here. That's a wait time. Next, you have the time it takes for your carrier to connect you to the PSAP. Milliseconds to seconds. So we'll round this up. We'll say maybe 5 seconds. 5 seconds and you're ringing. Then it's a matter of them answering. Probably not very long. Most places have an older version of 911. Read up on this. It's called Enhanced 911 if you do your research. And Enhanced 911 means that they'll go by your phone number and they'll look up your address, which means you then need to convey where you are to the dispatcher in order for them to get a police unit out to you. So the time it takes you to figure out not only where you are, but if you're in a location that's new to you, that can take a little bit. So for the time figures where you're at, add another 30 seconds. So what are we into the call here? We're probably like 35, 36 seconds into the call. If you really don't know where you are, then we could be a couple minutes into the call. The dispatcher then will place in the system a call that needs to be routed, basically. And this call goes out to the officers, and the officers will see it appear in their vehicles on their map. If the officers are available, then it takes them time to travel to the location. To the location. That's a minimum of 5 minutes. And from my personal experience, for crime in progress, I've seen it take 15. And I'm not dogging law enforcement. This is just the reality of it. 15 minutes, even if it's just 5 minutes. Okay, even if it's just 5 minutes. Call time plus all that, we are about 5.5 minutes into the incident. How long does it take someone to pull a trigger? How long? Milliseconds. Millisecond. That's about it. If students have firearms, law abiding students carry a firearm, the milliseconds it takes for the shooter, the terrorist, the criminal, whatever you want to label that person, the milliseconds it takes them to pull the trigger, the law-abiding citizen with a handgun can return fire. And if there are multiple, they can fill him so full of lead that he's better used as a pencil. And I think that is more acceptable than our sons, our daughters being murdered on campus by defective humans. Defective humans who go on these killing sprees, who go on these mass shootings, whatever you want to call them. Next question. Has making drugs illegal stopped anyone from getting marijuana? How about crack? How about meth? There wouldn't be a war on drugs if drugs weren't available despite being illegal. Do you really think that if we make guns illegal, that criminals will not have guns? Can you honestly say that will be the case? Thinking Gamer here saying, think for yourself. Don't trust narratives. Research everything.